You know, guys, I've been a professional handicapper for over 25 years, been gambling even longer than that, so naturally I've won and lost some games in some truly bizarre ways in that time period, but never have had a game decided like yesterday's with the Michigan Wolverines. And if you watch the final couple of minutes of that one, the touchdown that was, the touchdown that wasn't, the touchdown that was, the touchdown that was called back, the one you went from 3rd and 1 to suddenly 3rd and 27, wacky finish. It was a 30-dime play for me yesterday. And guys, you know, if you watch yesterday's video report, I told you that I was in the position to go for it. And I'm a firm believer that when you accumulate bankroll, you've got to take shots when you see fit. You can't be scared when you're betting. You've got to go balls to the wall, and when you see a game that you can unload on, that's the way you incrementally blow up that bankroll. And here's the bottom line, guys. Yes, I lost that 30-dime play yesterday on Michigan. But you know, going into yesterday, I'd won 17 of the previous 22 days. You think I'm going to complain about now, after losing that game, still winning 17 of the last 23 days? Are you kidding me? You know, going into yesterday, my net profit over the previous 5 months was a little over 350 dimes, which may not sound big compared to some other handicappers that I'll talk about, you know, later in this report, and I always do here. But you got to remember, their rating scales, you know, are up here. They're releasing 100-dime plays. Try to accumulate 350 dimes in net profit when 99% of your plays are rated 5, 10, or 15 dimes. It's quite a challenge, but I did it because over the previous 5 months going into yesterday, my record was 121 and 87 and 1 in all sports combined. You know, my 15-dime plays, my bread and butter plays, going back to the start of the NFL preseason in football, college and pro combined, and in college basketball, are 26 and 13. And those 30-dime releases, I was 10-0 lifetime in my career in football. 8-0 in the NFL, 2-0 in college football, going into yesterday's 30-dimer with Michigan, but more importantly, 2 Saturdays ago, I gave you Houston over SMU. 3 Sundays ago, I gave you the Bears over Detroit. 5 Mondays ago, I gave you the Detroit Lions over the Bears. They were all 30-dime plays. 3 out of 4 in the bank this year, 75%. 10-1 lifetime with those releases. Again, I have no reason to complain, guys. It was a wacky finish, but you know what? It was one of those games. Because how many times have I told you that the breaks ultimately even out over the long haul? I have gotten so many breaks. And if you followed me and you've been along for the ride, you know we have as well. Hell, we just got one on Friday night with Xavier getting a cover, blowing a 24-point lead and barely holding on for the cover. Got one 2 Saturdays ago with the Houston Cougars, a 30-dime play. Up comfortably, laying 20.5 points, 23-0. SMU scores with 5.5 minutes to go. What happens? Houston, boom, drives right down the field, gets a touchdown. Backup quarterback comes in. 3 late plays later, boom, they get a garbage touchdown to really make it a deceiving final score and an easy cover. The breaks always even out over the long run. And since I don't celebrate the wins nor lament the losses, to me, guys that do this, you lose focus. And that's when you miss your next money-making opportunity. Today is just another day. And again, I've won 17 of the last 23. And I don't mean to be cavalier about this either, guys. But, you know, again, I lay it all out for you. You know, I told you yesterday, you had to play that play according to what your bankroll is, what your bankroll allocation criteria was. And those of you that have been with me for the long haul, all you did was give back a little bit of the bookie's money yesterday, just like I did. And that's the bottom line. But that's a great position to be in, betting with somebody else's money, isn't it? And I'll tell you what, the next time I see an opportunity to go for it, I'll do it again. Because it's been a great 5-month run, and I don't think it's going to be ending anytime soon. The crystal ball isn't predicting failure coming up here. You know, now, and again, I don't mean to make light of this, but I got to tell you, within seconds of that touchdown being overturned, okay? And I still don't understand why it was overturned, just to be honest with you. I got Scott Delaney calling me on my home phone. I got Craig Davis, who I guess couldn't get through on my home phone, calling me up on my cell phone. Both bitching and moaning about Michigan. Hey, guys, you know, what do you think? You're crying to the wrong guy here. This is not the shoulder that wants to be hearing somebody else crying about the loss, especially when they didn't realize that I had Michigan. I put my play up very, very early on Friday night, like 8 o'clock Pacific time. Those guys did not come out with their plays, I think, until early in Saturday morning. So when I get up Saturday morning and I see all the plays from the handicappers come through customer service, and I see the emails, I always look to see what every handicapper has. And I see Scott Delaney, 100-dime play on Michigan. I'm going, I see Craig Davis, 100-dime play on Michigan. Right there, I got that bad sinking feeling, because what we like to say is that when a team has too much weight on it, that's always bad news, and it certainly proved to be yesterday. But again, you know, they call it a game of inches, and it certainly was yesterday. Breaks went against us. Speaking of Craig Davis, yes, it was a 100-dime loser for him yesterday. But listen, that was a college football release. You know, it's Sunday. Bread and butter time for Craig Davis is Sunday, because today Craig has his 100-dime NFL winner, number 17 out of 20. 17 out of 20. He has gone 7-2 the past 9 Sundays with those 100-dime NFL releases. And, of course, that 100-dime play, last one of last season, the Packers in the Super Bowl. 17 out of 20 goes today. It's the game between the Bears and the Raiders from Craig Davis, whose net profit in the NFL, dating back to last season, is near 900 dimes. You know, Scott Delaney, who will love me for saying this, you know, I told him yesterday in no uncertain terms, are you effing kidding me? You're complaining about one loss? I mean, $10 bettors going into yesterday over the previous 8 months had won $12,000 following Scott's plays. And that 100-dime play for Scott yesterday, he had won 18 out of 22. 18 out of 22 100-dime plays in all sports combined since January, including a 4-0 sweep in the NFL this season. So, still, nothing to whine about. Now he's up $11,000 for $10 players dating back to January. There were handicappers that had good days, however, on yesterday. Jeff Fenton, 80-dime winner, number 3 in a row. Minnesota easily over Illinois. That was on the heels of Wake Forest over Maryland 2 Saturdays ago. That was on the heels of the Patriots over the Jets a couple of weeks back. Today, matching his second biggest NFL play of the season, just as big as his win with the Patriots over the Jets. It's his 80-dime winner, number 4 in a row. You might want to check that out. You know, the 2 hottest handicappers at this site on Sundays throughout this NFL season have been Craig Davis, who I already told you has his NFL winner, 100-dime winner, number 17 out of 20 going today, and number 8 out of 10 this season alone. The other guy is Trace Adams. He has won 6 of the last 7 Sundays. And today, he has a play that matches his second biggest release of the season, his 2011 Dog of the Year. It's a 2,000-star play. Normally, a 1,000-star play is his top-rated selection. This is a 2,000-star play. Just as big as his Super Bowl winner on the Packers, just as big as his College Dog of the Year a couple of Saturdays ago when he had Virginia winning outright at Florida State in that ACC game. Also, Trace Adams, you know, has pay-after-you-win plays. He won again yesterday, Wyoming, staying within the number easily against Boise State. 38-12 run with his pay-after-you-win releases. He has won 7 consecutive Sundays with his pay-after-you-win plays. 7 in a row. And again, he wins or you don't pay. That's how it goes. Today, that pay-after-you-win play is on Cleveland and Cincinnati from Trace Adams. Listen, money-saving discount coupon code coming your way. It's going to be Rebound 15. Rebound 15. Let me just take my glasses off for 1 second and make sure that's the exact number. Can you imagine if I give you out the wrong number and then suddenly customer service will be waking me up in a couple of hours going, what the hell did you do? Rebound 15. R-E-B-O-U-N-D and the number 15. Not because I'm looking to rebound after Michigan, but I thought I'd do it in honor of the NBA. And FYI, the same way, guys, I told you, always opening weeks of the season, but especially in football and the NFL and the preseason, and especially in college basketball, it's the only time you have the advantage over the odds makers. It's a time that you can make money, and of course, I'm off to a 6-0 start in college basketball. In a way, the NBA settlement, coming so late, and now with the season projected to start in Christmas, what a great time for the NBA season to start. You're going to have the NFL regular season winding down. You're going to have the NFL playoffs coming on strong. You've got all the bowl action going. You've got a zillion college basketball games going then. Not only those holiday tournament contests, but the start of conference play as well. And you've got NBA out of sight, out of mind since June, right? When the playoffs were over. It's again a money-making time for us. I'm telling you now, mark it down. Did I lie to you about making money in the NFL preseason or the opening month of the college basketball season? So end of December, in January, it's going to be a bonanza time to make money in the NBA. It always is, but this gives us even a further advantage because of the strike, just like the NFL strike did this summer coming into the preseason. Okay, gave you your money-saving discount coupon code. I'm on an 11-1 run with my NFL free picks, and I've got 2 more coming your way in just a moment. First, I want to talk about fantasy football today. Again, running the free contest over at DraftStreet.com. $300 of my money at stake after what I lost yesterday. What's another 300? $300 of my money at stake, up for grabs. The top 7 finish in the money. It's a free contest. If you entered it earlier this year, do it again, guys. It's a free entry over at DraftStreet.com. You use my last name, DeMarco. That enters you in the contest. Free entry. You get a mythical $100,000 bankroll, okay? You've got to draft a couple quarterbacks, couple running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, etc. Takes you less than 10 minutes to put together your team. Then, this is not fantasy football like your father used to play, or perhaps you did 100 years ago, decided at the end of the season. The league is decided after the Monday night game between the Giants and the Saints, okay? It's instant gratification, totally legal, because it's a game of skill. Once again, go over to DraftStreet.com, use my last name, DeMarco, enter the contest for free, top 7, finish in the money, $300 of my money at the stake. By the way, FYI, congratulations. Last week, a guy by the username of P. Peterson won the contest over the second place finisher, who was Monitor Tan, and the difference was 8/100ths of a point. I finished 4th. They beat me by 2.5 to 3 points, which was a hell of a comeback for me considering the 2 prior weeks I finished 137th and 239th. Did I suck there? Okay, let's get to your free picks, guys. First play today is going to be on your late card. I came this close to going with Seattle. I like the Seahawks in this game today at home because, you know, it dawned on me last week when they really played dynamite ball at St. Louis, and granted, it was only St. Louis. But the Seahawks have really been playing some good ball here of late. They come into this contest having covered 8 of their last 9 games overall, and a dominating defensive effort last week in that 24-7 win at St. Louis. The defense coming up with 5 sacks of Sam Bradford, holding them to 185 total yards. The Rams in that, stifling Steven Jackson, who had run for over 100 yards in 3 straight games. FYI, I gave you a bad stat there. They've actually covered 7 of their last 8 games coming into this game. And let's remember, you know, the weather is not going to be great today at Qwest Field in Seattle. Gee, it may rain in Seattle. What a shock, huh? You've got that 12th, 13th, and 14th man because of the crowd noise at that place. I've never been there, but it's a place I've got to check out because it's, you know, you listen to it on TV, and that noise factor is phenomenal. It's really something. As for this Washington team, well, listen, you know, have they done anything lately for you? They've lost 6 in a row. They're not the same team ever since they lost Santana Moss and Tim Hightower, who at the time were accounting for 34% of their total offense. And with Rex Grossman at quarterback, I think they got a better chance. But I think that this line is kind of ridiculous, dropping from 4 down to 3 here today. I'll take Seattle. I would go ahead and buy down the half point if you're going to bet it. The other play that I'm going to go with here is going to be on the early card, and again, 11-1 run with those free selections. The first play is going to be on the New York Jets. I mean, if there is one team that's got to win today by a decisive margin, it better be the Jets, because, you know, I've told you all year long that I thought that the Baltimore Ravens, who I gave you as a free pick on Thursday, are the most schizophrenic team in the league, and I told you all along that the Jets are a fraud, because I think Rex Ryan is a fraud, just like his father was a fraud in Philadelphia. Oh, Buddy Ryan, revered in Philadelphia, but you know, when games counted in the postseason, never could win. Great guy to bring the team, to bring the focus on himself, to you know, build up that team. But much like Rex, you know, the anticipation and the expectations never really meet with reality on the field. And it has been a disappointing season for the Jets any way you slice it. And when you lose to Tim Tebow in Denver 2 Thursdays ago, listen, you've had some extra prep time here. The Bills lost Fred Jackson. They're minus 1 of their top wide receivers. This is a team that's in a free fall ever since getting hammered by the Jets in Buffalo early this season. The Bills have absolutely no pass rush. That's good news for Mark Sanchez. Remember, you look at the Bills, they have, I think, 15 or 16 sacks for the season. 10 of them came in that game against Washington in Toronto. You can't generate any pass rush. Mark Sanchez will eventually find the open man. They haven't been stopping the run well here of late. Jets need a big win. I have no problem laying 9.5 points in this one. Don't be fooled into thinking Buffalo was suddenly going to revert to their early season form. Remember, that was when they were scoring a lot of points. It wasn't like they were playing great defense then either. So those are your 2 free plays today, 11-1 NFL free pick run. And again, the late play is Seattle. The early play is going to be Buffalo. The New York Jets. And your money saving discount coupon code to save you $15 off any single purchase you make today is going to be Rebound15. Good luck, guys, and I will catch you again on Monday morning.